Hello, how are you? My name is Sathesh Kumaar, son of Gunasegaran, and now I will present about filler table question 1. For question 1, we managed to identify the problem for it, which is due to COVID-19. My friend and I decided to open up a online clothing business. Both of us managed to get 4 new members. And each of the new members managed to get 4 new members as downline 2 or as second generation. But the problem is, how do we check the total member for the downline? Facts that we can get from the statement is my friend and I are about to start a new online clothing business. Second, we both of us managed to find 4 new members. Third, each of the new members managed to find 4 new members too. While the learning issue is knowing how many total members do we have and how many members are there in every generation. So the idea is finding the total members from first generation till fourth generation by drawing a diagram. Second, we have to find the difference for every generation. And third, we also need to find the common ratio for second generation with first generation and also third generation with second generation. The resources we needed and was used to figure out this question is laptop, smartphone, calculator, algebra module and also paper. Next, my friend will continue this presentation. Thank you.
My name is ZULHILMI bin MAZELAN. I want to share about filler table question 2. The problem for filler table question 2 is my brother, who is in secondary school, want to buy a new iPhone. The phone costs 999 ringgit. He saved 150 ringgit in the first month. After that, each month I give him 50 ringgit. How he knows if he has enough money? Facts of filler table are: number 1, my brother wants to buy a new iPhone. Number 2, the phone costs 999. Number 3, he saved 150 ringgit in the first month. Number 4, each month after that I give him 50 ringgit. The ideas for filler table is: number 1, find the total amount money saved in the first 4 months by using formula S equal to N over 2 times 2A plus N minus 1D. Number 2, find the common difference by using formula T the power of N plus 1 minus Tn. Number 3, find the common ratio of second month with first month and third month with second month. Number 3, learning issues. Number 1, how many months it would take to have enough money to buy a new iPhone. Number 2, what is the total amount of money for the first 4 months. Last but not least, resources needed. Number 1, we have to use module. Number 2, laptop or mobile phone. Number 3, internet. And number 4, calculator. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iman bin Omar with the metric cards number of AA 200-160. As humans, we are not far from making mistakes and feeling uncertain with what we know. And to compensate with that, we've used some resources to act as our reference in solving the problem. First, an article on BYJU's website. We researched the term that would correctly portrays what we wanted the audience to understand. Secondly, we confirmed that what we understand is valid and correctly recalled by looking through Khan Academy's website. There, we looked through videos and did some lessons. We then continue with the aid of algebra book by Prof. Madia Haja Nafisa Zulkarnain. We were far from uncertainty and could proceed with our task full on with confidence. Lastly, we cross-checked our answers and reference sheets with the video published by Mario's Math Tutoring on YouTube. And that's all the reference that we use.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Syahril and I'm going to present about the diagram in the first question. Alright, for the first generation, there is only consists of 2 people, which is I and my friend, and each of them expand their numbers by recruiting 4 more people to form the 8 people of the second generation. And next, all the 8 people from the second generation multiply themselves by another 4 by recruiting 4 more members to produce the third generation, which contain of 32 members. Alright. Finally, all the 32 members from the third generation recruit 4 more people that can be summarized as 32 times by 4 to form 128 members for the fourth generation. Alright, each generation is grouped into different color of dots, so you can easily differentiate them from the diagram. That is all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gabriel, and I'll be explaining the answer for question number 1. For question number 1A, this is our diagram that represents the members from the first generation to the fourth generation. For B1, the difference between generations can be calculated by taking a total member of a generation and subtracting it by another generation. For example, generation 2, which is 8 members, minus generation 1, which has 2 members, which equals to 6. So that means 6 is the difference between generation 2 and generation 1. So for question B2, the ratio can be found by using the formula R ratio equals T2 over T1, which is 8 over 2, which equals to 4. The same thing can be done for the third generation and the second generation. So for B3, based on the answer B1 and B2, we can conclude that this is a geometric progression. This is because the common ratio is the same value, which is 4, and at the same time the common difference is different. Hence, it is proof that this is a geometric progression. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Izzat and I will be the one who will explain question 2. The question 2 is about your brother who is a secondary school wants to buy a new iPhone which costs Rm 999. The first month he saved 150. Each month thereafter you gave him Rm 50. A. List the total amount of money your brother saved for the first 4 months. B. Based on A, what is the difference between each month and what is the ratio of the second month with the first month, the third month with the second month. And number 3 is, based on 2 and 3, what is your conclusion? To solve this problem, you must use the formula Tn equal to A plus bracket n minus 1 times D. Okay, the T is equal to terms. A is value of the first term. N is a number of the terms. And D is a common difference. To calculate the amount of money for the first 4 months is just substitute the number A equal to 150, N is equal to 4, minus 1, and D is equal to 50, and you will get Rm 300. Okay, to calculate the difference between each month, you must calculate by figuring out total amount of saving for each month and subtract previous month's saving from it. So the difference between each month is Rm 50.
Question number 2, to find a ratio, we can get a month's savings and divide it by the previous month's savings. So after finding out the ratio for T2 over T1 and T3 over T2, we have found out that it's not the same. So for question number 3, based on the answer 1 and 2, we have found out that this is an arithmetic sequence because this is the common ratio does not give the same value. Hence, it is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, that is all for me. Thank you.